On the surface, the NFL looks like a ticket business with expensive parking. It isn't. New York 2025. The real asset is a national inventory of live attention, sold through media rights, gambling adjacency, sponsorship layers, and franchise scarcity that would make a luxury conglomerate smile. Roger Goodell is the commissioner and lead negotiator. The 32 club owner are the actual principals. Jerry Jones in Dallas, Robert Kraft in New England, the Rooney family in Pittsburgh, the Hunt family in Kansas City. On the other side sit NBC, CBS, Fox, ESPN, Amazon, their bankers, and their lawyers. Goodell's job resembles a portfolio manager with a whistle. He protects parity, labor peace, and the shield. He also manages billionaires who prefer to be treated as founders. I have sat in rooms like that. The chairman wants autonomy on Monday and revenue sharing by Thursday. The setup was built over decades. In 1961, Congress passed the Sports Broadcasting Act, giving the league room to pool television rights. That one piece of legal architecture mattered more than 1,000 touchdown celebrations. It turned scattered local inventory into one national package with pricing power. Then came scarcity. The NFL plays relatively few games, mostly once a week, almost always live, with real consequences in the standings. That matters. Scripted entertainment can be binged later. A divisional game in November is consumed in real time. Appointment viewing commands a better multiple. There is another quiet advantage. Most teams have limited local inventory compared with baseball or basketball, so national revenue matters more. That keeps owners aligned. The Green Bay Packers can sit in the same room as the Los Angeles Rams because the central pool does the heavy lifting. Look at the mechanics. In 2021, the league signed media agreements worth roughly $110 billion over 11 years. CBS, NBC, Fox, ESPN, and Amazon all paid up for different windows. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. The schedule itself became a product map. That money flows first through the league office and then across the membership. National media revenue is shared equally. So are many sponsorship streams and licensing categories. Club executives love to boast about local genius. The cap table says otherwise. The central machine pays the bills before the parking lot opens. Tickets still matter, of course, but mostly as yield management around a broader asset. Gate receipts are meaningful local income, along with suites, club seats, concessions, parking, and stadium naming rights. Yet compared with national media, ticketing is a smaller line item than the public assumes. Then add the salary cap. It is tied to defined league revenues and reinforced by collective bargaining with the NFL Players Association. That mechanism does two things boards admire. It limits cost creep and preserves competitive uncertainty. Owners receive a revenue escalator with an expense governor attached. Where does friction enter? Start with labor. The 2011 lockout threatened the calendar, and every lost game would have rattled the rights machine. When live sports underpin affiliate fees and advertising commitments, labor peace stops being sentiment and becomes a covenant in the term sheet. The second pressure point is antitrust. A jury in the Sunday Ticket case initially delivered a multi-billion-dollar verdict against the league over out-of-market package pricing. The award was later set aside by the judge, but the episode exposed a constant risk. Packaging power attracts regulatory attention. The third friction is the local stadium bargain. Owners regularly seek public subsidies, tax breaks, infrastructure commitments, and development rights. St. Louis lost the Rams. Oakland lost the Raiders. San Diego lost the Chargers. The room knew those negotiations were about real estate economics as much as football. The result has been extraordinary. Team values climbed from figures once measured in tens of millions to several billion dollars. Forbes estimated average NFL franchise values above $6 billion in 2024. The Packers have no controlling owner and still operate inside a machine that prints institutional-grade scarcity. At the market open, metaphorically speaking, every owner received validation. The rights deals supported debt capacity, stadium financing, and family succession planning. When the Washington Commanders sold in 2023 for about $6.05 billion, that number was not about hot dogs. It was a clearing price for admission. Even the first earnings call If these clubs held one, would sound familiar. Predictable shared revenue, high renewal visibility, strong demand from distributors, price increases justified by live audience resilience, limited supply, a tidy board packet, dry work, really. Hidden beneath face paint and snow games, I have seen this before in cable. In the 1980s and 1990s, the best channels were not merely shows, they were distribution leverage wrapped in habit. ESPN understood this early. The NFL then became the premium input. Once households and advertisers treated games as mandatory, pricing power followed. I saw a cousin of it again in Formula One after Liberty Media bought the business in 2017. Centralized rights, controlled scarcity, global sponsorship inventory, and a stronger content flywheel. Different audience, same board logic. Own the package, tighten the calendar, and make every entrant pay for access. What 30 years taught me is simple. The asset is worth what the next buyer will pay for it, and the next buyer is often purchasing control of a system, not passion for the product. NFL teams look emotional on television. In the board minutes, they behave like toll bridges, so the verdict is straightforward. The pattern is older than the press. Centralize the best rights, ration supply, share enough economics to keep the coalition together, and values compound for decades. I have seen this before. Here's what it means. Who's running the same playbook today?